Today I'm gonna be predicting every NFL team's record with the time I'm live. So let's get right into it. Alright. Wait, this is the wrong button. What the heck? Alright, so I'll be predicting the record for the Arizona Cardinals first. Week one they'll win. Week one they'll win against the New Orleans Saints. Week two they will win against the Carolina Panthers. Week 3, they will lose to the San Francisco 49ers. Week 4, they will beat Seattle. Week 5, they'll beat the Titans. Week 6, they will beat the Colts. Week 7, they'll lose to the Packers at home. They're 5-2 through 7 weeks. Week 8 0 bye week. After they return, they face the Cowboys. They will beat the Cowboys. They will lose to Seattle. They will split season series against Seattle. And then week 11 they will lose to San Francisco. Week 12 they beat the Jaguars and rookie head coach Liam Cohen. They lost the Bucks week 13. They beat the Rams week 14. They have a habit of splitting the series against the Rams. Week 15, they lose to the Texans. Week 16, they beat the Falcons. They're 9-6 now. They lose to the Bengals, and then they'll lose to the Rams week 17 and 18. So they finished 9-8 after a nice preseason they had, but Kyler Murray is the one they need to watch for. They could easily be 7-10 at the end of the regular season, or maybe 9-8, missing the playoffs by one game. Alright, next team's the Atlanta Falcons. Alright, here we go. Week 1, they host the Buccaneers. I have them beating Tampa Bay. Week 2, they travel to Minnesota. I have them beating Minnesota, but Minnesota has added like names like Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen and many more during free agency. They had a nice preseason, but we're uncertain of JJ McCarthy, their quarterback. So I have them beating the Vikings, And now, week 3, they travel on the road. The Panthers win this one. The first loss of the Falcons comes week 3 against Carolina and Bryce Young. Tetero McMillan had himself a nice preseason, and Bryce Young will find a way to get it done. Week 4, the rematch of last season. Now, we have a fully acclimated quarterback in, you know, um, we have a fully acclimated quarterback in Michael Penix Jr. taking on second year quarterback Jaden Daniels. So this time around, I feel like the Falcons get the win. Week 5 is their bye week. After the bye week, Bills come into town, beat them. 49ers beat them at home. Week 8, Dolphins beat them on the road. They're 3-4 through 8 weeks. Patriots beat them at home week 9. Week 10, they beat the Indianapolis Colts on the road. They beat the Panthers on the road. Week 11, they beat Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers at home. Week 11, that's what I meant to say. Week 12, they beat the Saints on the road. Week 13, they beat the Jets on the road. Week 14, the defense is going to be shaping out to be nice. The defense will shape out to be nice and great. So, I have them beating Seattle here at home. They're 8-5, fighting for a playoff spot right here. Their 4 remaining games will go like this. They'll lose to the Bucks week 15 on the road. They will Did I say the Arizona Cardinals will beat them? No, I think I said Falcons beat Arizona, and then they lose to the Rams, and then they beat the Saints to go 10-7 and make the playoffs. Maybe as the 7th or 6th seed in the NFC playoffs. And then here we go. We're gonna pick more schedules and predict more records. So we done the Cardinals and the Falcons. Now we go to the Baltimore Ravens. Week 1 is a tough one. I have the Bills winning. They start 0-1. Boom, boom, back-to-back wins against the Browns and the Lions. They beat the Chiefs on the road. They beat the Texans at home. They beat the Rams at home. They go on a 5-game win streak. Bye week 7. Week 8 to win at home against the Bears because Lamar Jackson is at this point undefeated against NFC teams. And week 9, he plays the Dolphins on the road, his hometown. Boom, 7-1. They take the win. Minnesota Vikings lose to the Lamar Jackson-led Baltimore Ravens at home. Lamar Jackson leads the Ravens on a sweeping series win against the Cleveland Browns and Joe Flacco. So 9-1, 10-1 right here. They beat the Jets. They beat the Bengals. They beat the Steelers. Back-to-back weeks, AFC North opponents, they beat them. At this rate, they're 3-1 in their division. 3-0 in their division, that's what I meant to say. And then they lose to the Bengals here week 15 on the road. They will split the season series against Cincinnati. They will beat the Patriots. They will beat the Packers. And then, because this is gonna be Jair Alexander's revenge game. This lined up perfectly for the Ravens and Jair Alexander. Um, they'll lose to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers to finish 14-3. Hopefully the first or maybe second seed in the AFC playoffs behind the Bills, which I'm going to predict right now. We said that they're going to win week 1. They're going to win week 2 and 3. They're 3, no, that's the first seed for now. Let's act like the playoffs started. They're the first seed, right? But the playoffs did not start yet. Week 4 is a win. Week 5 is a win. And week 6 is a win. They're bye weeks. Week 7, they're undefeated. Week 8 is a win for them. Week 9 is a win for them. Allen owns Mahomes in the regular season. You have to know that. Dolphins beat them right here. Bucks lose to them right here. Texans beat the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. That's their second loss of the season. Right here, we have the Bills winning. The Bengals will find a way to upset the Buffalo Bills. Right here, back-to-back losses. Drake May gets his first win over Josh Allen. Anything could happen this season. No one knows. Josh Allen beats the Browns, beats the Eagles for the first time in his career, and beats the Jets. He ends up sweeping the Jets. They finished 13-4. So at this point, Baltimore is the first seed in the AFC playoffs. Now the Carolina Panthers are here. Week 1, they take a win against Travis Hunter and the Jaguars. Liam Cohen is a rookie head coach there. Week 2, the Carolina Panthers face on against the Cardinals. Here, I have the Panthers losing on the road. Week 3, I have the Panthers beating the Atlanta Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. Week 4, Patriots beat them. Patriots are the better overall team after an amazing offseason they had, getting a lot of defensive tackles, wasting a lot of money, and that type of things. So now the Panthers are 2-2. Well, sorry about that. I meant to say they lose to the Dolphins, beat the Cowboys, beat the Jets. Rookie head coach Aaron Glenn is only an expert on defense, not offense. Their offense will run through someone. I don't know yet. I don't know their offensive coordinator yet. Bills will beat them week 8. Packers will beat them week 9. They'll beat the Saints week 10. They will lose to the Falcons week 11. Lose to the Niners week 12 on Monday Night Football. Okay, so now the Rams go to town, but beat the Panthers. Saints lose to the Panthers. Panthers sweep the Saints. Panthers beat the Bucks the first game. Right here, and then boom, Sam Darnold beats his former team. They finished 7-10. better than other years, missing the playoffs by just maybe 2 to 3 games in the NFC. Chicago Bears are the next team we're going to predict. Week 1, they beat JJ McCarthy and the Vikings. They start 1-0. Here, they lose to the Lions and Jared Goff. Week 2, Week 3, they beat the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. Week 4, they beat Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, and the Raiders. Week 5 is their bye week. After the bye week, they lose to the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels. Week 7. Alright, we're here week 7. They beat the Saints for the first time in like forever. Week 8. They lose to the Ravens and Lamar Jackson on the road. Week 9, the Bengals and Joe Burrow beat the Bears. Week 9. Yeah, week 10. Bears win for the first time in 2 weeks, beating the Giants and Russell Wilson, or whoever starts with quarterback. Maybe James Winston or Jackson Dart. JJ McCarthy gets revenge for the week 1 loss in Chicago and makes the Vikings win. Week 11. Week 12, Steelers beat the Bears, and Rodgers still owns the Bears. Week 13, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles win. Week 14, the Packers and Jordan Love win. Week 15, they beat the Cleveland Browns and maybe Shedeur Sanders, who starts right here. After a 4-game losing streak, they win their first game. They win 2 in a row, beating the Packers. They lose against the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy. And now, they split the season series, going 8-9 for the first time, now finishing 7-10 under Ben Johnson. This is considered a win, but they'll miss the playoffs with 1 win, a couple wins from winning the NFC North. Alright. The Bengals are ready to get the records predicted by me. Wow, week 10 is their bye week, so they have a long time before their bye week comes at this point. So, week 1, W. Week 2 against the Jaguars and Travis Hunter, W. Week 3 against the Minnesota Vikings and Justin Jefferson, W. Because of the uncertainty of J.J. McCarthy and his Achilles tear. That's what concerns me. If he was healthy, maybe the Vikings would have like a 25% chance of beating the Bengals. Broncos beat the Bengals right here. That's in Mile High, so you know. Bengals beat them last season. Broncos beat them this season. I'm gonna go Lions right here. Right here, I'll go Packers. Bengals right here against Aaron Rodgers. Bengals against Fields. Bengals. Right here, I'll go Steelers. Splitting the season series. Bengals. Joe Burrow is better than Drake May, you know. He gets his team to win every game as he can in order to make the playoffs. Bengals are 7-4, so far great. Burrow's doing his job. First loss since week 11, boom, to the Ravens. They beat the Bills. They beat the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. They beat Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins. They beat Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. They beat Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. Sweep the Browns. Bengals end up going 1-0. 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. Bengals went 4-2 in their division. This gives the Bengals second place certainly and maybe a top 5 seed in the AFC playoffs. Maybe the 4th or the 5th seed. Alright, Cleveland, here we are. Joe Burrow. And the Bengals win. Lamar Jackson and the Browns win. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens win, sorry. Packers and Jordan Love win. Lions and Jared Goff win. Vikings and Jefferson win. Steelers and Aaron Rodgers win. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins win. May and the Patriots win. Fields and the Jets win. Jackson and the Ravens win. Here we are, week 12. Raiders. Damn, this is tough for the Browns. 0-11. Right here, losing to the Raiders and Brock Bowers. They lose to the 49ers and Brock Purdy. They lose. Right here, they beat the Titans. They lose to the Bears and Caleb Williams. They lose to Josh Allen and the Bills. They lose to Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers again, and then they lose to Joe Burrow and the Bengals, finishing 1-16 with the worst record. And then certainly, Dylan Gabriel finds out that he was not the answer for the Browns with that first pick, but the only lone win will come because of Shedeur Sanders and perfect timing. Alright, Dallas, here we are. Week 1, you guys lose to Philadelphia and Jalen Hurts. Week 2, you guys beat the Giants and Russell Wilson. Week 3, the Bears beat you. Week 4, the Packers beat you because they own you. Week 5, the Jets beat you for a hot take. Week 6, the Panthers beat you guys. Week 7, the Commanders come to town and beat y'all. Week 8, the Broncos beat y'all. You guys have to sign Micah Parsons, or your team is not gonna do good, Dallas. Week 9, so now week 10. So now week 9, they face the Cardinals. Cardinals and Kyler Murray own the Dallas Prescott-led Cowboys. Right here, I could see them winning this game right here. Alright. Dallas wins this. Dallas, no chance against the Kansas City Chiefs. Right here, no chance against the Lions and Jared Goff. You beat the Vikings, you beat the Chargers. Commanders sweep you guys for the first time in a long time. You guys sweep the Giants. You guys go 6-11. Now back to schedules. Denver. After a 10-7 regular season and getting blown out 31-7 in the wild card round last season against the Bills first round, here is your new record. Week 1, a W against rookie Cam Ward and the Titans. Week 2, W against Danny Dimes and the Colts. Week 3 is your first L against the Jim Harbaugh-led Chargers. Week 4, you guys beat the Bengals, this time at home. Week 5, you guys lose to Philadelphia and Jalen Hurts. Week 6, you guys beat Justin Fields and the Jets on the road. Week 7, you guys beat the other New York team that's coming to town, and Russell Wilson, who's trying to get his revenge against you guys for dumping him. Bet you guys win. 5-2, perfect. Week 8, you guys beat the Cowboys and Dak Prescott. Week 9, Texans beat you guys. Week 10, you beat the Raiders. Week 11, you beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Week 12 is your bye week. After your bye week, you lose to Jaden McDaniels and the Washington Commanders. You lose to the Raiders and Pete Carroll. You lose to the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love. You beat the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence. You lose to the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, and you beat the Los Angeles Chargers. So you guys still finished 10-7 on your record. I thought you guys would be like 11-6. I could see y'all beating the Chiefs 2 times, or I could see y'all beating the Chargers twice, maybe the Raiders. But the Chargers and Chiefs, you guys will split against. But for now, we'll have y'all going 10-7 like this. Alright, Detroit. You guys will lose week 1 against the Packers and Jordan Love. Beat the Bears week 2. Lose to Lamar Jackson on the road. Beat the Browns week 4. Beat the Bengals week 5. Beat the Chiefs week 6. You know, they're starting to regress a little bit. Their talent is not that good as it was before in the former years. Beat the Bucks bye week 8. Come back from your bye week. Beat the Vikings. Lose the rematch of the NFC wildcard round or divisional round against the Washington Commanders. Lose to Philadelphia because you don't have your secret weapon anymore in Ben Johnson on offense, calling your offensive plays, and on your defensive plays you don't have your other secret weapon Y in the new Jets head coach, you know, Aaron Glenn. They beat the Jets and Russell Wilson. They beat the Giants and Russell Wilson. Sorry. They beat the Packers and Jordan Love. They beat Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. They beat the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford. We gotta give Aaron Rodgers a win right here. This could be the trap game right here. And then right here they lose to the Vikings and Bears. They finished 10-7 with 3 straight losses. Green Bay. I just finished predicting your rival Lions record for this year. But now here we are after the preseason, as I said I would be. Just a week away from the regular season, predicting your record. Week 1 against Jared Goff, a W. Week 2 against Jaden Daniels, W. Week 3 against the Browns, W. Week 4 against Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, which you guys own, W. Week 5, by week 6, L against the Bengals. Week 7, W against the Cardinals. Week 8, Steelers win. Week 9, you guys beat the Panthers. Week 10, you guys get revenge against the Eagles. Week 11, you guys beat the Giants and Russell Wilson. Week 12, you guys beat the Minnesota Vikings and J.J. McCarthy or Justin Jefferson. The J.J. squared. Here, week 14, You guys beat the Chicago Bears at home. Week 15, you guys lose to the Broncos. Oh no, I say you guys beat the Broncos. I forgot for a second there. Week 16, you guys lose to the Bears. You guys lose to the Ravens. You guys lose to the Vikings. You guys lose to the Lions week 13. You guys go 11-6. Could this be your first time winning the NFC North in a long time? Since Aaron Rodgers was your quarterback back in 2021 and in 2022. Let's see the answer. It depends on this Minnesota Vikings team. Let's see, is all I have to say. Week 1, Houston Texans. You guys lose right here. Week 2, you guys beat the Bucks. Week 3, you guys beat Travis Hunter and the Jaguars on the road. Week 4, you guys beat rookie Cam Ward and the Titans at home. Week 5, you guys lose to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. They're unstoppable at this point. Week 6, you bye. Week 7, you guys beat Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold. You guys beat us, the San Francisco 49ers, Week 8 at home, and Brock Purdy. Week 9, guys beat the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix. Week 10, you guys sweep the Jaguars and Travis Hunter. Week 11, you guys split the season series with the Tennessee Titans because you guys have a habit of doing that. Week 12, you guys beat Josh Allen and the Bills. Like always, for some reason, you own Josh Allen since CJ Stroud came. And since Deshaun Watson was there back in the day. Right here, give the Colts one right here. We're going to give Chiefs one right here, Patrick Mahomes. This is AFC divisional rematch, I think. And then right here, Texans win against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Texans wins against Geno Smith and the Raiders. Here, Chargers get revenge. And then here, you guys end up splitting the season series and then going 11-6, winning the AFC South for the second time. Third, actually, maybe fourth straight year in a row. Who knows? Better than 10-7, you know. Alright, Indianapolis Colts. Here we are. Week 1, L to Miami Dolphins, Tyreek Hill. Week 2, L to the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix. Week 3, L to Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans. Week 4, L to Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. Week 5, L to Geno Smith and the Raiders. Week 7, L to the Arizona Cardinals and holy crap, L to the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. L to the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. Here we got you guys first win against the Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward. Holy fannoli. Alright, here you guys lose to the Steelers and Rodgers. Here, week 10, you guys lose to Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons. You guys lose to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. You guys split up with this Texans team. 2-10, right? Jaguars beat y'all here with Trevor Lawrence, and then you guys lose to Seattle Seahawks, Sam Darnold. You guys lose to us and Brock Purdy. You guys lose to you guys beat the Jaguars this time around, split the season series, and then Texans split the season series with y'all too. You guys finished 3-14 with one of the worst records besides the team earlier that I ranked. Let's see who it was. The Browns. At this point, Browns might get the first overall pick and select whatever, you know, or maybe Saints might go in 17. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe. Three AFC South teams right here. Jaguars, here we are. Carolina wins week 1. Cincinnati wins week 2. Houston wins week 3. 0-3. Not beating San Francisco and San Francisco ever. Alright. Kansas City, Seattle, Los Angeles. 0-7 through 7 weeks. Bye week 8, they come back refreshed, rejuvenated, and what they do is they lose 2 straight. Make it 3 straight. They're 0-10 after losing to Bryce Young, Joe Burrow, CJ Stroud, Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes, Sam Darnold, Matthew Stafford, Geno Smith, and back to CJ Stroud again. They get swept by the Texans. They lose to Kyler Murray. Alright. Week 13. They lose to Cam Ward. And the Titans 0-12 right here. Right? They beat the Colts and hopefully Anthony Richardson at this time. Here they they lose to the Jets. Here they lose to the Broncos and Bo Nix. Here they split the season series against, the Colts and Danny Dimes or Anthony Richardson. And here they beat Cam Ward to go 2-15. I think the hire might not work out, but I could fix it a little bit. Do some tweaking, but let's see where I see the Jaguars. Yeah, this is tough. Nah, I can't edit more. Kansas City Chiefs, former back-to-back Super Bowl champions, tried to go 3 straight years, but couldn't make it, couldn't do it. Well, they made it, but they couldn't do it. Got their backs broken at this point. Pause. Week 1, they lose in Brazil against the Chargers. Week 2, they lose to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Week 3, they beat the Jets and Russell. They beat the Giants and Russell Wilson. Dang, why do I keep on thinking the blue logo means Jets? Sorry. They lose to the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. They beat Jaguars and Travis Hunter. They lose to Jared Goff, who owns them. And the Lions, they beat the Raiders and Geno Smith. They beat the Commanders and Jaden Daniels. They lose to the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, the reigning, defending MVP of the year. Alright, so now here, bye week is week 10. After the bye week, they lose to the Denver Broncos on the road, 4-6 through 11 weeks. They beat the Colts and Anthony Richardson at this point, hopefully. They beat the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott and Brian Schottenheimer, who thinks Dak Prescott has not developed yet. Week 14, boom. They beat the Texans. Week 15, they beat the Chargers and Justin Herbert. They beat the Texans and CJ Stroud for week 14 and week 15. Week 16, this could be a trap game, but the Chiefs are taking the dub right here. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs beat Cam Ward and the Titans. Week 17, they beat the Denver Broncos and excuse me. Right, so here we have the Broncos and Bo Nix losing to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs week 17, and the Raiders beating the Kansas City Chiefs week 18, splitting the season series at home with Geno Smith right there. Here, Denver could win because they have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs. Maybe Chargers end up winning and then Broncos go second. Chiefs with 10 and 7 can miss the playoffs or make it as a 6th or 7th seed. Let's just see and let's predict, is what I'm gonna just say. Las Vegas, just was talking about you. Right here, Drake May and the Patriots win week 1. Week 2, you guys beat the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Jefferson at home. Week 3, you guys lose to Jaden Daniels. I say McDaniels, oh no. Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders on the road. Week 4, you guys beat the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams at home. Week 5 on the road, you guys beat Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones on the road. Week 6, you guys and Geno Smith get the job done beating the Music City quarterback, the Tennessee Titans quarterback, and Cam Ward, the rookie, out of Miami. Alright. Here, I have y'all losing to the Kansas City Chiefs on the road. Arrowhead is a tough place to play, but you guys beat them right there. You guys have not beaten them at your home place, so you guys could possibly do that and beat them there. 4-3 through 7 weeks. Week 8 is your bye week. After you come back, you guys beat the Jacksonville Jaguars and Travis Hunter. You guys lose to the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix. You guys beat the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. You guys beat the Cleveland Browns and Joe Flacco. You guys lose to the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert. You guys beat the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix here. You guys lose to the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts. You guys lose to the Houston Texans and CJ Stroud. You guys beat Russell Wilson and the New York Giants, who have some things to work out and retool and reshape their offensive line. And, well, the receivers core might be set, but they need a couple more at this point. Here you guys beat the... Damn, every team I go 10 and 7 in the AFC West. Unless the Raiders go 10 and 7, beating the Patrick Mahomes-led Chiefs week 18 and miss the playoffs, or all 4 can make it. So far, 3 winning teams: Chiefs 10 and 7, Broncos 10 and 7, Raiders 10 and 7, Chargers. Let's see what your schedule looks like. Well, AFC West, you're complete after this. Chargers win week 1 in Brazil. Week 2, they lose to another AFC. They lose to the Las Vegas Raiders and Geno Smith. They beat Bo Nix and the Broncos. They beat Russell Wilson and the Giants. They beat Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Week 5, week 6, they face off the Dolphins and beat the Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa. Week 7, another win for the Chargers against Anthony Richardson and the Colts. Here we have the Chargers beating the Minnesota Vikings and Justin Jefferson. Here we have the Los Angeles Chargers and, Justin Jefferson beating Cam Ward and the Titans. We have here's their second loss to the Steelers. and Aaron Rodgers. Week 10 at home. They beat the Jaguars and Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence and Travis Hunter on the road. Week 11, week 12 is their bye week. They beat the AFC West rival Las Vegas Raiders and Geno Smith at home. They lose to the Philadelphia Eagles at home with Jalen Hurts though. They lose to the Kansas City Chiefs right here. They beat the Dallas Cowboys for the first time in a long time in the regular season. They beat Dallas in Dallas. They beat Dallas in Dallas with Dak Prescott. They lose to the Patrick Mahomes-led Chiefs week 15. Here, Justin Herbert and Cole get it done. They have clinched the AFC West. And then Broncos split the series against the Chargers. 12-5, 10-7, 10-7, 10-7. I'll go Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders. 3 10-7 teams and 1 12-5 team. I think Chargers might be third seed right here in the AFC playoffs. Now let's go back for more predictions. Los Angeles Rams. Here we are. Here is maybe the first NFC West team. Actually, second. Arizona was the first. Okay, here we are. Week 1, Matthew Stafford gets the job done against the Texans and CJ Stroud. Week 2, he gets it done against CJ Stroud. Former Miami quarterback Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans. Week 3, they lose a rematch in the NFC divisional round against Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Week 4, they bounce back and they beat the Indianapolis Colts and Anthony Richardson or Danny Dimes at home. We own the Rams. So here they take a loss in TNF. Week 5 at home against us. They lose to the Lamar Jackson-led Ravens. They beat Liam Cohen, Trevor Lawrence, and Travis Hunter and the Jaguars. Week 7. Week 8 is their bye week. They beat the Saints and Micah Parsons is the Packers. What? Oh my God. Parsons to the Packers. Good. Oh my God, bro. Parsons to the Packers? Oh my goodness. Packers are building their defense. Holy shit. Cowboys are dumb as heck, bro. Oh my goodness. It's actually true. At least he doesn't go to the Ram. At least he doesn't go to the Rams. Alright, week 10, they lose against Brock Purdy, who sweeps them for the second time in his career. Week 11, they beat now Cowboys might go 0-17 legitimately and fire Brian Schottenheimer at this point. They say, whoa, freaking F the defense at this point. So here we go. They beat Sam Darnold and the Seahawks at home. They lose to the Bucs at home. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Mika Egbuka is enough for them to lose right there. Here on the road, they beat the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young. Holy crap. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm doing cartwheels out here. Oh my god. I'm like, dang. Nah, man, really? Oh my god. Oh wow, they get two first rounders. Oh wow, okay. Let's see what you guys do. Only build offense. You guys need defense too. Next two drafts, 26 and 27. Ooh, they're not making the playoffs this year. All right, here we go. They lose the Cardinals on the road. They lose the Lions at home, and Jared Goff gets revenge plus two and one against Matthew Stafford all time at this point. Here Seattle gets revenge. Here we have Rams beating the Michael Penix led Falcons, and here we have them beating Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, Week 18 to close out their regular season 9-8. That should be enough for second place or third place in the NFC West. All right, damn, that actually shocked me a lot. Like, damn, Miami, Miami, Miami. Here we are. Week 1, you guys get the job done. Week 2, the same thing, 2-0. Week 3, your first year against the reigning MVP Josh Allen and the Bills on the road. Week 4, W against the Bills. W against the Jets and their new quarterback, Justin Fields. Week 5, you guys beat the Panthers and Bryce Young on the road. Week 6, you guys lose to the Chargers and Justin Herbert at home. Week 7, you guys beat the Browns and Tyler Huntley, or maybe Joe Flacco or Shedeur Sanders with perfect timing, um, on the road. You guys beat the Falcons on the road. You guys lose to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens at home. You guys beat the Bills at home. You guys beat the Commanders at home. Right here, 8-3. Perfect so far. You guys are trending towards making the playoffs with better record for first time instead of going 10-7 or 9-8, right? Here we are. The Saints come in. Maybe trap game? No, it's not. They're gonna have one of the worst records. Here, 10. Here, you guys win. Here, you guys lose against the Jets and Justin Fields. Split in the season series, You guys could handle a loss after 3 straight wins. And then here, you guys win. Nah, I'm sorry. Here I see Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers winning. Bengals and Joe Burrow win right here. Here I see the Bucks and damn, the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield winning that game. And now here, oh, you guys never lose to the Patriots, so I'll give y'all this win, sweeping the Patriots this season. That cannot be real. Holy shit. Like, damn. That is some crazy shit. Okay. All right. After the Miami Dolphins, we go Minnesota Vikings. All right. All right. Here we are, guys. Here we are. Minnesota Vikings, you guys lose week 1 against the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. Week 2, you guys beat Michael Penix and the Falcons. Week 3, you guys lose to the Burrow-led Bengals. You guys lose to Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. You guys beat the Browns and Joe Flacco. Week 6 is your bye week. You guys lose to the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts. You guys lose to the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert. You guys lose to Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. You guys lose to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. You guys win against the Bears and Caleb Williams. You guys lose against the Packers on the road and Michael Parsons was newly acquired somehow. I'm still in shock. All right. Let's see what he said. All right. Right here, Seahawks win with Sam Darnold. Right there, Justin Jefferson and the Vikings win. Right here, Vikings and Justin Jefferson win. Right here, Vikings and Justin Jefferson win. Vikings and Justin Jefferson win. Vikings and Justin Jefferson win. So they go 8-9, missing the playoffs. New England, here you are. Here's a new season, new head coach, new everything. Alright, week 1, W against Geno Smith and the Raiders at home. Week 2, an L against the Miami Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa on the road. Week 3, L against the Hall of Fame QB and Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Week 4, W against Bryce Young and the Patriots. Bryce Young and the Panthers. I'm sorry, bro. Today I'm in shock though. That's why I'm messing it up today. Week 5, Buffalo Bills take the W in Orchard Park in Buffalo. Josh Allen and the Bills win that at home. Week 6, you guys beat the Saints and whoever the quarterback is. Maybe whoever it is. I don't care who it is, but yeah, whoever it is, we could say. Week 7, you guys beat Cam Ward and the Titans on the road. Week 8, you guys beat the Browns and Joe Flacco at home. Week 9, Super Bowl 51 rematch, which the Patriots, you guys would lose that one. Here we got the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield winning that one. Here we have about you guys beating Justin Fields and the Jets right here. What? Excuse me? I'm not live yet? Alright guys, give me 1 second. Here we go. The raid has been sent to you, Queen XD. Alright, here week 15, week 13, the Bengals beat the Patriots. The Patriots and Drake May, who go 6-6 through 12 weeks. Week 13, they beat Russell Wilson and the Giants at home. This time around, the starters are playing, so obviously that's what is used. And here, the Patriots beat Josh Allen and the Bills. Here, they lose to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens on the road. Here, they lose to the Jets and Justin Fields on the road. Here, they lose to the Miami Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa. They finished 8-9, so they finished with the third seed in the AFC East, but missed the playoffs, I think. New Orleans. Alright, I'm sorry, guys. You guys lose against the Cardinals, against the 49ers, against the Seahawks, against the Bills, against the Giants, against the Patriots, against the Bears, Bucks, Rams, Panthers, Falcons, Titans, Dolphins, Bucks. So you guys lose week 1 against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals at home. You guys lose week 2 against the 49ers and Brock Purdy at home. Week 3, you guys lose against Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold on the road. You guys lose week 4 on the road against Josh Allen and the Bills. Week 5 at home, you lose against Russell Wilson and the Giants. Week 7 at home, you guys lose against Drake May and the Patriots. Week 8, you guys lose on the road against the Bears and Caleb Williams. Week 9 against the Buccaneers, you guys lose. You guys lose against the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. Week 8, week 9 against the Rams and Matthew Stafford. You guys lose down the road. Week 10 on the road, you guys lose it against the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young. Week 11, you guys losing against Michael Penix Jr. and the Falcons. Week 12, you guys losing against the Miami Dolphins and by week 11, right? Week 12, you guys lose it against the Atlanta Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. Week 13, you guys losing against Miami Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa. Week 14, you guys lose it against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. Week 15, you guys lose it against the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young again. You guys lose to the Jets and Justin Fields. Week 16 at home. Week 17 on the road, you guys lose it to Cam Ward and Tennessee Titans. Week 18, you guys lose it to the Michael Penix-led Falcons on their home turf, on their home field, on the road. 0-17, you guys are the worst team in the NFL. Maybe that's the first pick totally. Here, New York Giants. Week 1, we got the Commanders. And Jaden Daniels picking up the win. Week 2, Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry. You guys lose that one. After the Micah Parsons trade, you guys lose this one. Defense is going to be way more bad. Here, boom. You guys are 1-2, losing to the Patrick Mahomes-led Kansas City Chiefs at home. You guys beat the Cowboys and Dak Prescott home on the road week 2, and week 1 on the road you guys lose to Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Alright, here we go. 2, 3, week 4 right now. You guys lose to the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert. You guys beat the New Orleans Saints and whoever the quarterback is. You guys lose the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts at home. You guys lose to the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix at home. You guys lose to the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts on the road. The same against the Broncos, back-to-back road games, back-to-back L's against back-to-back quarterbacks that were in the playoffs. One was in the Super Bowl. All right, here they lose against the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy at home. They lose against the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams on the road. Newly Packers acquired defensive end before a week who signed with the Packers. Packers win this one on the road against Russell Wilson and the Giants. Here, Lions and Jared Goff beat them at home. Here, Patriots and Drake May beat you guys at home. Commander sweep you guys on the road at your guys' house. Here, JJ McCarthy and the Vikings win against y'all. Here, Raiders beat you guys. Pete Carroll's their head coach now. You guys beat the Dallas Cowboys and finished 3-14, the same record as last season. No improvement. The Jets. Here we are. Here I'll give y'all a boost of confidence, beating the Steelers week 1. Steelers and Aaron Rodgers lose against y'all at home. Justin Fields get the W against his former team. And Rodgers tries to get revenge, but cannot do nothing. Alright, he's beaten every NFL team except the Packers. Can this be the year? Let's find out. Alright, here we go. This one here, we're going to give it to Josh Allen and the Bills on the road. We're going to give this to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield at home. We're going to give this to the Miami Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa at home. We're going to give this to the New York Jets and Justin Fields at home after the Michael Parsons trade. Here we're going to give this to the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix on the road. We're going to give this to the Panthers and Bryce Young on the road. Bengals win this at home against Justin Fields and the Jets. Week 9 is your guys' bye week. After you guys' bye week, you guys beat the Browns and Shedrew Sanders. Perfect timing. Here you guys lose to the Patriots week 11. And yeah, you guys lose to the Patriots week 11 with Drake May at their house. Week 12, you guys lose to the Lamar Jackson-led Baltimore Ravens at their house. Week 13, you guys lose to the Michael Penix-led Atlanta Falcons at your guys' house. Here, you guys beat the Miami Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa splitting the season series at your guys' house. Here, I'm going to say Jags win this one. Jags and Trevor Lawrence win this one at home. Here, I say you guys beat the New Orleans Saints and Spencer Rattler. I couldn't even get his name off my mind that fast for a long time. Here, after that, sorry guys, you guys lose to the Patriots and Drake May. No, actually you guys split the season series against Drake May and the Patriots right here, 6-10. You guys get swept by Josh Allen and the Bills, 6-11. Better than last year, but not enough to make the playoffs. Alright, Philadelphia Eagles. Here we are to predict you guys' record. Alright, I would have said you guys will split with the Cowboys, but nah. After the Michael Parsons trade out of the NFC East, you guys will sweep them. Week 1, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys lose to you guys. Eagles and Jalen Hurts beat the Patrick Mahomes-led Chiefs on the road. Week 3, Eagles, you guys start 3-0, like always. And then Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield blow y'all out. Week 5, you guys beat the Broncos and Bo Nix, who are coming into town. Week 6, you guys beat the Giants in MetLife Stadium. Week 7, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles beat the Vikings and Justin Jefferson in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And here you guys beat the Giants who are coming in town with Jalen Hurts. By week 9, week 10, Packers get revenge for the NFC wildcard. Lost to you guys. Here you guys beat the Lions. Week 11, you guys beat Jared Goff and the Lions coming to town. You guys go to Dallas to play Dak Prescott and who? The Dallas Cowboys, who traded Michael Parsons right now to the Green Bay Packers. You guys sweep them for the first time in a long time. Right? There is no joke about this. And then here, you guys beat the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. This is going to throw for 4,200 yards. Book that. Mark that. Come back at the end of the season and comment this on my video, whether I was right or wrong. Here, week 13, they lose to the Los Angeles Chargers and Justin Herbert on the road. It's fine, okay? Because the Philadelphia Eagles will beat the Raiders and Geno Smith at home the following week. Here, the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 16 at home. Week 17, they lose to the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen in Buffalo, the reigning MVP. Here, to finish 12-5, the Eagles beat the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels. They split the season series. But who will win the NFC East? Stay tuned for the Commanders' prediction soon. Pittsburgh, here we are. Could y'all finish third? Are y'all going to go 9-8 again? 10-7, 11-6, 12-5, 13-4. Let's see. Here, the Jets win week 1 because this is in MetLife Stadium. Week 2, W against Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Week 3, W against Drake May and the Patriots. Week 4, W against the Minnesota Vikings, who he owns. Aaron Rodgers owns. Week 5, you use your bye week, you rest, you come back, you beat the Browns. You guys lose to the Bengals and Joe Burrow. That's your second loss. 4-2 through 7 weeks. You guys beat the Packers at home. And Jordan Love goes packing back to Green Bay. Week 9. You guys beat Anthony Richardson and the Colts. Week 10. You guys lose to the Chargers and Justin Herbert. Week 12, you guys split the season series against the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. Week 12, you guys beat the Chicago Bears, who he owns always. Aaron Rodgers owns them, so you guys have an easy W against them. So here, you guys beat them. You guys are 8-3. Perfect record. Don't let this go south. Here, I have you guys beating the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, the reigning MVP. Here, you guys lose to Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Here, you guys beat the Miami Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa. Alright, here week 16. They lose to the Detroit Lions and Jared Goff on the road. Here they beat the Cleveland Browns and Joe Flacco, sweeping the season series against them. Here they split the season series against the Baltimore Ravens. The season, I have them going 12-5. Bengals went 12-5, but Ravens win this division. I think they went 13-4, right? I think they went 14-3 or 13-4. So it's the Ravens, Steelers, no Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, and then last place, the Browns, 1-16. Here are the San Francisco 49ers. Week 1, Seattle. Nope, no chance. Week 2, New Orleans, sorry, you guys have no chance. Week 3, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals have no chance against us at home. No chance against us at home. Sorry, Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence. Week 5, sorry, Los Angeles, you got no chance against us. Maybe a 10-point win against the Rams. Bucks, we always own you on the road or home, so sorry, Baker Mayfield, you cannot beat us. Week 7, we beat Michael Penix and the Falcons at home. Week 8, our first loss comes after 7 straight dominant wins. Texans get the W against Brock Purdy and the Niners. Niners bounce back, win in New York against Russell Wilson. They beat Russell Wilson this time because the offense is not that good as he had in Denver. Right here, Niners sweep the Rams as they always do. Right here, Niners sweep the Cardinals as they always do. Right here, we beat the Panthers. Right here, we beat the Cleveland Browns. Here we beat Cam Ward and the Titans will lose to us week 15. Week 16, we beat the Indianapolis Colts and Jonathan Taylor. Week 17, we beat the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams at home. Week 18, with the new rivalry, black, red, and gold uniforms for a rivalry. Sorry, I cannot say rivalry really. A rivalry game against Seattle. Black, red, and gold jersey with faithful right here embedded in the chest. We win that debut jersey game. They lose it against us. Anyways, 16-1. First seed in the NFC playoffs. First seed in the NFC West. Damn, I don't know why I keep on stumbling on words today. Seattle's next, but give me a second, let me fix this. Why is it not? Oh, damn. Perfect. Now you guys can see the rest. Perfect list for me. I don't need it zoomed in all the way, because I cannot scroll up. Right here we are at Seattle, and that will be the end of the NFC West predictions. Week 1, I told you we beat them. Week 2, the Steelers beat them. Oops, sorry, damn. We beat them week 1. Week 2, the Steelers beat them. Week 3, they beat the New Orleans Saints and Spencer Rattler. Week 4, they beat Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Week 5, they lose to the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield at home. Week 6, they beat Jacksonville Jaguars and Travis Hunter. They lose against the Texans and CJ Stroud. Week 7 at home. Week 8 their bye week. After the bye week, they lose to Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. 3-5 through 9 weeks. Right? Here, they sweep the Arizona Cardinals. They lose to the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford on the road. Week 11, Week 12, they beat Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans at Tennessee on the road. Here, Week 13, Vikings beat Seattle. Sam Darnold does not get his revenge because basically he would have to go to Minnesota with Seattle, you know. And then here, Week 14, right here. So, Falcons beat Seattle week 14. Here, week 15, the Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold beat the Colts and Richardson. Week 16, Seattle Seahawks split the season. Rams sweep the Seahawks and Sam Darnold. Here, Carolina and Seattle, right? So Seattle beats Carolina Panthers. They're 7-9 this season, and then they lose to the San Francisco 49ers in Brock Purdy. They finished the season 7-10, missed the playoffs. Mac McDonald might get fired after that. Here we go. Tampa Bay Buccaneers is the last team of the NFC South, I think. So Falcons and Michael Penix win week 1. Week 2, they lose to the Houston Texans and CJ Stroud. Week 3, they pick up a W against Justin Fields and the New York Jets at home. Week 4, they blow out the defending Super Bowl champions and the Philadelphia Eagles. Damn, that hurt to say. Week 5, they beat the Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold on the road. Here, the 49ers and Brock Purdy beat Baker Mayfield and the Bucks at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Week 7, Lions beat the Buccaneers at Ford Field at their house. Week 8, Buccaneers beat the New Orleans Saints. They're 4-4 now. Here, week 9 is their bye week. After the bye week, they beat Drake May and the Patriots. They lose to the Bills and Josh Allen on the road. Here, I see them losing to the Rams, right? No. They will beat the Rams and Matthew Stafford on the road. They will beat the Arizona Cardinals on their home turf. They'll beat Spencer Rattler and the Saints, sweeping the season series against them at home. Could they finish 10-7 or better? Let's see. They finished 10-7 the last 2 years under Todd Bowles, so let's see what they finish at. Here we see they play the Falcons. They lost week 1, but they win here week 15 at home. Here they lose to the Carolina Panthers on the road, but they beat Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins on the road. Here I have them beating the Carolina Panthers at home. They go 11-6, winning, I think maybe winning the NFC South, or maybe going on a second place finish for the first time in 4, maybe 5 straight years. Tennessee, the last team in the AFC South. Denver Broncos and Bo Nix will win against the Titans week 1. Week 2, the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford will take a win over the Tennessee Titans, and you know, Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans will take a Week 3 W against the Colts and Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones, aka Danny Dimes, and then in Week 4, the Tennessee Titans will lose to the Texans and CJ Stroud on the road. They lose to Kyler Murray and the Cardinals on the road. They lose to the Raiders and Geno Smith on the road. They lose at home against the Patriots and Drake May. They lose to the Indianapolis Colts first on the road. They lose to the Colts and Anthony Richardson at this point. Hopefully starts by week 8, if not week 9. But right here, the Chargers and Herbert beat Cam Ward and Titans at home. Week 10 is their bye week. After the bye week, they get swept by the Houston Texans. Their offensive line is not that good, so the defense needs to take advantage. But if they can't, blow them off the waters. Week 12 right here, I see the Seahawks beating them. Cam Ward stands no chance against Seattle. Right here, week 13, first win since week 3, 9 weeks later. Cam Ward and the Titans beat Travis Hunter and the Jaguars. Couple of first round picks. And another couple of first round picks right here. But Tennessee takes a win over Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. The 49ers and Brock Purdy beat them in San Francisco. Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes beat Cam Ward and the Titans. And the New Orleans Saints lose to Cam Ward and the Titans at home. And now, Jaguars end up getting swept. Actually, no. Splitting the season series against the Tennessee Titans. So 4-13. Nothing new. It's the same overall record as last season. I think that this is one improvement. Last team of the day, Washington Commanders. Well, week 1 is a W against Russell Wilson and the Giants. At home, week 2 is an L against Micah Parsons and the newly acquired former star Cowboys defensive player. Micah Parsons now leading the Packers defense. So that's a W right there. Right here, week 3, W against the Raiders and Geno Smith. Right here, well, revenge for the Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. Week 5, Chargers and Justin Herbert win this game at home. Week 6, Bears want the revenge, but they can't get against Jaden Daniels at home. Week 7, Cowboys lose the Commanders at home. After that Micah Parsons trade, eventually they would have gotten swept by the Commanders this season, whether they traded him or not, whether they extended him or not. So right here, week 7, W for the Commanders and Jaden Daniels at Dallas. Here they take an L. This is their 4th loss. Now they lose to the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes on the road, the loudest stadium to play in GEHA Field in Arrowhead. They take a win against Seattle and Sam Darnold. They beat the Detroit Lions in their rematch for the divisional round that happened last season. Right here, Miami Dolphins win. Philadelphia is about to repeat. Damn. Right here, Jaden Daniels beats Bo Nix at home. Jaden Daniels beats Justin Jefferson on the road. Jaden Daniels beats the Giants again, sweeping them. Jaden Daniels beat Jalen Hurts at home. And then right here, Cowboys get swept by the Commanders and Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders lose. So the Philadelphia Eagles go 11-6, better than 10-7 record they had last season. I think they finished 11-6 or 12-5 maybe, or maybe they just finished 11-6. They might finish the same with the same record or better. Here I have the Cowboys finishing in third, Giants fourth, first and second. First are the Eagles, second are the Commanders, third are the Dallas Cowboys. We traded Micah Parsons a few seconds or minutes or hours ago, and fourth are the New York Giants. And this will do it for my record predictions, and I'll do my playoff predictions next time. See y'all in another stream, and deuces.